just make sure this one is perfect. Okie dokie. So welcome to, it's Earth in early summer. I'm moving a little bit slowly through the season, I guess, because it's such a small one. It's taken me a bit of time to find my mojo, not really find my mojo, but really move through with, yeah, a mindful intention. And so the earth element in space is all about finding our center, our ability to keep ourselves stable, both physically in the postures that we're going to be doing, but also off the mat. And so we'll just be doing a little bit more core work today to really help enhance that. We're going to finish with a seated meditation. So make sure you have a cushion or blocks or something to hand for that. It's not going to be too long a meditation, just, you know, between 5 and 10 minutes. Lovely. Okay, make sure you've got your water on hand, and then just come to standing. So we're just going to rub into the palms of the hands, have the feet hip width, soften down through the knees, let go of the hips, allow the pelvis to feel really nice and relaxed. And then if you are a woman, we're going to place your right hand just a couple of finger widths below your navel. If you're a man, it's going to be the left. And then just place the remaining hand on top. So closing the eyes and taking a nice breath in through the nose if you can. Otherwise, if you're a bit stuffy, through the mouth. And then as you exhale, just taking the awareness all the way down the legs and out through the feet. And you may even wish to switch on the feet. Lift and spread the toes. Feel the balls of the feet squeeze down into the mat. So taking a nice breath in again, breathing into the belly, feeling the belly expand, up into the ribs, and then exhaling, just the awareness and imagining the breath is going all the way down the legs and out through the soles of the feet. So nice breath in, into the belly, into the ribs, into the chest this time. And then exhaling all the way down and out through the feet. So we're just going to do 2 more lovely full yoga breaths, breathing all the way in, belly, ribs, and chest, breathing into the back of the body so you feel the shoulder blades moving as you breathe. And then exhaling, taking the awareness all the way down and out through the soles of the feet. Nice breath in. Nice long breath out. So now just relaxing the forehead, relaxing the eyes, and as you breathe in, imagine you're breathing in through the third eye, through the center of the forehead. And as you exhale, gently engaging your bandhas, so we're gently drawing up with the center of the pelvic floor and drawing back with the navel. Lovely, we'll do that again. Breathing in through the third eye, exhaling, engaging bandhas. Lovely. 3 more, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Last one. Breathing in. And breathing out. Opening the eyes, just popping the hands in front of the heart into Anjali Mudra, the mudra of the cup. And so this mudra is all about that thing or those things that at this moment could really fill our cup with joy. And those aspects of ourselves that we want to share with the world, that can share joy and sense of connection with others. So just bringing something to mind, something to heart, maybe something that can turn the corners of the mouth up into a little smile. Wonderful. So let's just use Anjali Mudra into the movement to open the pericardium and triple heater meridians. So as we exhale, the hands brush past the ribs, and we're going to bring the ring fingers together, navel hugging up, tucking the chin. Inhaling, coming through Anjali Mudra and offering our gifts to the world. So we'll do that again. Exhaling, tucking the tail, tucking in the chin. Inhaling through Anjali Mudra and opening up, expanding. Exhaling, really moving from the shoulders through to the 4 fingers, and then peeling open from the chest to the middle fingers. Lovely. Exhaling. Inhaling. So using this to mobilize through the shoulders, get a little bit of movement through the spine with the breath. Inhaling, opening up. Last one. Exhaling, sitting down, feeling rooted through the feet. Inhaling, taking the hands up. Exhale, popping them onto the lower back. Inhaling, peeling the elbows back and just lifting the chin and the gaze. As you exhale, we're going to lead with the heart as the hands slowly come down the backs of the legs, all the way down. And then just bring them up onto the shins, pressing into the feet, lifting the sit bones, looking up. Exhaling, softening down again. Lovely. Navel hugging up to the spine. And then inhaling, nice half lift. It might be hands on shins. It might be fingertips on the mat. Lovely. Last one. Softening down on the exhale, just hanging down from the hips. And then dropping the weight into the feet, the hands sliding up the front of the legs. Exhaling, coming back onto the lower back. Inhaling, opening the heart, lifting up with the chest. And then exhaling, coming back into Anjali Mudra. And we'll do a little shortened version again. Exhaling, coming into Wild Goose. Inhaling through Anjali Mudra, opening up to the world. Lovely. Exhale, hands on the lower back. Inhaling, peeling the elbows back, opening the chest up. And then exhaling, just a lovely, slow, delicious forward fold. So we're just working with the spine. Inhale, nice half lift. Working with just stretching out the back of the body, moving through the central nervous system. Exhale, softening down. Lovely, nice lift, half lift again. Exhale, just rooting the weight down into the feet and then hands coming up the front. Exhaling onto the lower back, inhaling, peeling the elbows back, gaze up. Coming back into Anjali Mudra. So from there, bringing the hands and the feet together. And we're just going to press this left hand into the right hand with resistance, and the knees doing the same, but to the opposite side. So as the hands go right, the knees go left. Exhale, we'll just cross back through the other side. Lovely. Inhaling. Exhaling. Popping the hand below that left ear, gaze up. Inhale, nice big circle all the way over the crown of the head and coming back to the right ear, gaze up. And then from here, we're just going to push the hands over to the left, cross them past the navel, cross them past the knees, exhaling past the navel, inhaling, coming past the throat and all the way over and round. And we'll do that again. So moving across through the body, hands going right, knees left, changing, crossing the knees, crossing the navel, crossing the throat, all the way up, back, and bringing the hands down into center. So with early summer, we're working with connective tissue, and we're wanting to find a fluid elasticity through the body. So just taking a little glug of water if you're feeling thirsty, and then getting yourself ready for some sun salutations. So coming towards the front edge of the mat, feet in Samastitihi or a little bit apart, whichever helps you feel more stable. And then just popping the hands once again into Anjali Mudra. So let's switch on the feet. Let's lift the toes. Really feel the ball of the foot sink down into the mat. And then the toes come down and we can rock forward and back a little bit, just feeling and finding that center point of balance in the soles of the feet and taking the energy up into the legs, up into the torso, lifting up with Mula Bandha, drawing back up with Uddiyana Bandha, the lower abdominal muscles, and then lengthening up into the crown of the head. So feeling nice and long in the spine. Lovely. Hands in Anjali Mudra. So exhaling, coming into Wild Goose. Inhaling through Anjali Mudra, opening our arms all the way up. Lovely. Exhale, popping the hands onto the lower back. Inhaling, lifting the chest, peeling the elbows back, and then a nice delicious forward fold. Nice and languorous, coming all the way down. Inhale, coming into a nice half lift. So exhale, hands flat, stepping back into plank, pop the knees down if you need. Shoulders down the back, tucking the tailbone, pressing into the heels. Lowering down just a couple of inches on the exhale. Inhaling, peeling up into the back of the neck, and then taking the gaze up as you finish the inhale. Tucking or rolling through the toes, downward dog. So let's just move through the back of the body in a fluid and elastic way. Rolling the heels up as you breathe in. Exhale, stretching one heel down, bending the opposite knee. And so whichever knee you're bending, you're going to look through the opposite armpit. Lovely. Inhale, lifting the heels up. Exhale, changing legs. Now the gaze is through and under the opposite armpit. Lovely. So rolling the heels up on the inhale. Exhale, coming into dancing the dog. Inhaling, heels up. Exhaling, other side. Lovely. So both heels up, now both heels down. And we'll do that again. Both heels up, both heels down, slowly moving through the sole of the feet, and then lifting the toes if you can, so you can really feel the ball of each foot press into the mat. And there's a lot of freedom and space around the toes. Lovely. So the ribs are drawn down towards the navel's drawn back up towards the spine. You're soft in the shoulders and the elbows, allow the head to lower down a little bit towards the mat, and then bending the knees, stepping forward as you're breathing in, folding the body down as you breathe out, and then just dropping the weight into the feet and unfurling, hands coming up the front of the legs. Exhale, popping them on the lower back. Inhaling, lifting the chest, peeling those elbows back, gaze up, and then exhaling, coming into Anjali Mudra. So we'll do another one. Exhaling, coming into Wild Goose. Inhaling, opening up, really expanding from the outer edges of the chest, through the palms to the tips of the middle fingers. Exhale, pop the hand on the lower back. Inhale, really lifting up and opening across the chest. Exhale, hands coming down the backs of the legs. Nice and slow and steady. And as we come into a forward fold, the navel's lifting up towards the spine. Inhale, coming into a nice half lift. Hands on the mat or palms on the mat if you can go a little deeper. And then exhaling, stepping back into plank. So in plank, we've got this sense of being long in the upper side of the body. The gaze is down, the shoulder blades are down the back towards the waist. The tailbone's tucking, we're stretching away into the heels. And then the front of the body is lifting up. We're firing up the kneecaps, the quads are lifting up and hugging around the thigh bones. And we're really lifting up with Bandha. And then from there, just lowering on the next exhale, inhaling, lovely, easy, open, expansive, upward dog, rolling through the toes, downward dog. So choosing if it's a dancing dog, or if you'd like to just soften the knees a little bit and stretch those sit bones further away from the hands, but really using Bandha to really draw the hips back, and a softness in the shoulders and in the elbows. So instead of pressing like billy-o into the palms of the hands and being rigid and tight in the shoulders, see if you can really embrace a softness in the shoulders, in the elbows, and use Bandha to keep drawing those sit bones, that pelvis back. Breathing all the way in, breathing all the way out. Lovely. If you're in a static downward dog, well, static, but you know what I mean, like a still one rather than the dynamic dancing the dog, gaze to the upper thighs. So we're feeling rooted through the palms, through the balls in the feet, heels drawing to the mat, having a good stretch into the calves. And then from here, bending at the knees, looking to the hands, stepping forward on the inhale. Exhale, just softening down over the legs, like a little soft piece of silk. And then dropping the hips a little bit. So you feel stable. And then just slowly sliding the hands up the front of the legs. Exhaling, popping them on the lower back. Inhaling, peeling the elbows back. And exhaling, coming back into Anjali Mudra. So from here, coming into waving, what's it called? Waving palm. I can get the right words out. So we're just going to sit down a little bit and then take this right leg and cross it over. So the heels can both be down on the mat, or you can lift that left heel depending on how deep a stretch you want here in the TFL and outer hip region. So inhaling, hands come up. Exhale, shoulders down the back. And we're just going to stretch over to the left on the inhale. So as we stretch over to the left with the arms, the hips go right. Exhale, really strongly engaging Bandha as you come back to the center. Inhale, changing sides. Exhale, back to center. We'll do the same again. Inhaling, stretching left with the arms, right with the hips. Exhale, back to center. Inhaling, over to the other side. Exhale, bringing the hands into prayer, just taking this right leg nice and high, stepping back a leg length. And we're just going to turn and bring ourselves into warrior one. So you may need to adjust your foot pattern. So the front right foot is at the top right corner of a little long, thin rectangle, and this back heel is at the bottom left corner, rather than having the heels aligned. Essentially, you want to make sure that the hips and pelvis can face comfortably forward, not off to a corner at an angle, okay? So we're finding the outer edge of that back foot, we're bending into this front knee, we're feeling rooted from the navel down through the legs, we can even switch the feet on and lift the toes, and then inhaling, really peeling up with the arms. So exhale, rooting down that back leg, nice and strong in the core, inhaling, coming all the way up, pressing the palms up into heaven, opening through the chest, feeling long in the chest. Exhaling, rooting down, inhaling, pushing the palms up, opening these fire points with a pericardial meridian up into the air. Lovely, last one. Exhaling down the leg, inhaling, coming all the way up. Nice openness through the chest. So from here, exhaling, coming down, and then just bringing the hands out in front, palm against palm. Now, you may wish to kind of fold, what's it called? Fold the fingers in, can't even think of the words. Or what's quite nice is to have the palms together but cross the thumbs. So from here, let me get myself back aligned. You can imagine someone's got hold of your wrists and it's drawing the wrist forward so you bring the weight into that right leg. Now it may simply be bringing the weight in and that's enough, or you might like to come into warrior three, lifting the left leg, nice pointed foot, stretching the leg away, so you stretch the wrist away, the gaze is down, you're engaging bandha, but there's softness in the shoulders. The shoulder blades are down the back rather than being pulled up around the ears. So you have space around the head. Lovely. Then open the palms so they're facing down towards the floor. And if you exhale, you're going to slowly pull the hands towards you as you start to stand upright and peel that left knee up. Lovely. And then from here, just pop the foot down and bring the palms together to come into tree. So it could be left heel on the inner ankle bone, or it could be pressing that left balancing foot against the standing foot. But the standing foot is feeling really rooted. Lifting the toes, switching on the foot, taking the energy up through the leg, up into the torso, engaging bandha, lengthening through the spine to the crown of the head. So reminding ourselves, if you like, instead of palm against palm, you can have the hands in Anjali Mudra, just inviting whatever it is, that thing that fills your cup with joy. And it might be a very small thing, that 5 minutes for yourself where you just sit down and just bring yourself into just connecting with the present moment, noticing small things, going for a little walk out in nature, noticing the beauty around us, or maybe something big and momentous. Lovely. And then hands into prayer, and we're just going to cross now this left leg over for waving palms. So we're softening down through the knees, the hips are dropping down a couple of inches, we're feeling rooted through the soles of the feet, and the hands are up, shoulders down the back. Nice stretch one way, breathing in, exhale, coming back to center, nice stretch the other way, exhale, back into center. We'll do that one more time, inhaling. Exhale, nice and strong on the core on the exhale. Inhale, stretching the other way. Exhaling, coming back to center, hands into prayer. Lifting the left knee nice and high, nice big leg length, step back and turning for warrior one. Outer edge of the back foot, nice relationship with this front knee. So we're feeling equal through the legs and the hips are facing the short front edge of the mat. Taking the hands up as you inhale. Feeling long through the spine, lifting up with the chest, feeling nice and expansive. And then from there, exhale, rooting down the back leg, reaching forward so you really fire up the core. And then inhaling, pressing up. Exhaling down the back leg. Keep the legs nice and strong, they're not sliding or moving. Inhaling through the knees. Last one. Exhale, down the back leg. Inhaling. It's almost like we're pushing the backs of the hands away as if through thick treacle. So you really fire up the core and then just stretching the palms up. From here, let's come into warrior three. So hands coming down the back leg on the exhale, coming out in front, palm against palm, or interlacing the fingers, crossing the thumbs, whatever feels comfortable. So again, just pulling the wrists, as if the wrists are being pulled forward. Bring the weight into that left leg. Again, it might be enough just to strengthen the hip with the right foot on the mat. Or you may like to lift that leg and see if you can come into, kind of getting the whole body as parallel to the mat as you can. Really drawing into the center line of the core. Nice and soft around the shoulders, soft in the jaw and the gaze. Lovely. And then palms facing towards the floor. As you exhale, slowly pull the palms towards you as you lift up with that right knee and then coming into tree. Feeling rooted through the standing left leg, nice and long in the spine, nice and centered through the body. So we're pressing the foot into the center line, we're pressing the palms into the center line. Nice long breath in, nice stabilizing, rooting breath out. Wonderful. And then just popping the feet down and coming into chair. So I'll face you for this one. So we're bending at the knees as we exhale. We're taking the hips low. And then we're just going to bring the arms out in front. But then while I'm facing you, because actually for this one, we want to make sure that we're lengthening from the back of the waist, not just tucking the tail. And there's a difference, because when we lengthen from the back of the waist, the front abdominals here around the waist, the psoas, really helps stabilize. If we just tuck the tail, this could just be hanging out like, tatty scones. So we really want to make sure that we're lengthening from the back of the waist. Again, someone might be pulling our wrists out, so we've got a little bit of a counterweight here. And then just bringing the palms together, and we're just going to press the palms to the right as the knees go left. Lovely. And then exhale back the other way. Inhaling. Exhaling. Wonderful. So let's make this into a nice figure of 8 in front of the body. So on the next inhale, the hands are going to come all the way over the head. Exhale, past the navel as the knees go to the opposite side. Cross the knees, hands going to the right, knees going to the left. Cross the navel, changing again, inhaling, coming all the way over. We'll do that again. So as we cross the line, hands are going left, knees right, cross the knees, changing sides, and then past the navel, inhaling, coming all the way up, bringing the hands down in front of the chest, coming into a twist. So nice breath in on the exhale, really engaging bandha. And what we're going to do is turn to the left side. So you're choosing to use the right hand against the knee, hand on the waist, gaze up, or you can use the elbow. Check that the knees don't twist. See if you can keep the knees in a line as you come down on the exhale. So inhale, looking up and behind, or down and behind if you're using the hand. Really pressing against the outer edge of the knee to go a little deeper. Exhaling, engaging bandhas. Inhaling. Exhale, engage bandhas. Inhale, come back up to center. I think I had an extra breath in there. That was good. So we're going to do the same on the other side. So coming on the exhale into the twist. Getting yourself nice and stable. Make sure you've got that sense of pressing knee into hand or knee into elbow and elbow or hand into knee. And then taking a nice breath in. Exhaling, engaging bandhas. Inhaling, lifting all the way back up. Other side. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale, engaging bandhas. Inhale, coming back up to center. Last one on the other side. So nice engagement. On the exhale, coming into the twist. Stay there, breathing in. Exhaling, really engaging your core muscles, engaging your pelvic floor. Inhaling, coming back up. And then just lifting the hips, hands coming down the backs of the legs on the exhale. Inhaling, coming into a nice half lift. Exhale, hands flat, stepping back into plank.
So knees down if you need plank. So again, we're feeling nice and long in the upper side of the body, really strong in the front of the body, lifting up in towards the spine as best we can. And then as we exhale, lowering down a couple of inches, inhaling, lifting up into a nice easy up dog, tucking through the toes as you exhale, downward dog. Now you might wish to dance the dog, or come and rest in child's pose, or do move flow, where we bring the knees down into all fours, come back into child's pose, come up into the upward dog. We're doing that in some of the classes. Or you might like to follow me for wild thing. So your choice. If you want to do wild thing, I'm going to take you through that now. So we're stepping the feet together, heels lifted. And then we're just going to take that left leg up nice and high, give a stretch, flex the foot, bend your knee, cock the knee up so it's nice and high. And then as you exhale, just threading it through across the body, it's coming into the chest and threading through to the right side. Inhale, we're just going to peel that knee back up again and do the same again. Exhale, threading it through. If you want to come into wild thing, you lift the right hand, pivot on the feet, press into the left hand and lift up with the hips. Exhale, just popping the hand down, spiraling open and lifting that left knee back up, popping it down on the mat. We'll just even up with the other side. If you've chosen another option and you're feeling tired, just rest in child's pose. So, taking the right leg up now, bend your knee, flex your foot, pedal up the lamp post. Exhale, threading it through on the exhale. Inhaling, taking it back up. Quite a few words for exhale there. And then exhale, crafting it through again. So again, it might just be that stage you like to do. Or taking the left hand up, turning the feet, pressing into the feet, lifting up with the hips, opening through the chest. Just finding space in the armpit, in the hip flexors, in the whole of the front of the torso. Lovely. Exhale, popping that left hand back down, and then lifting the right leg back up. Coming back into downward dog. So if you're resting in child's pose, feel free to join us in downward dog just now. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. We're just stretching the sit bones away as we're soft in the knees, lifting the toes, just finding a really soft elasticity through this posture, trying to make it nice and soft and strong rather than rigid. Lovely. And then bending at the knees, looking to the hands, stepping forward as you're breathing in, exhaling, nice soft forward fold. Lovely. And then from here, just come into a nice half lift. And then from there, just drop the weight into the feet, unfurl, all the way back up. Taking the hands up as you look up towards the thumbs. Exhale, coming all the way back down. So we're just from here, just going to come to a seated meditation to finish, which seems like we've just kind of started the class. But there's something really special about this Hakalau. So you're very welcome just to make your own way, or I can take us down yogically. So just popping the hands into Anjali Mudra. And then from there, we're just going to exhale, come into Wild Goose. Inhale, open up, offering ourselves into the world. Lovely. Exhale, just popping the hands on the lower back. Inhale, just taking a moment to really press into the feet, lift the toes off the mat, find that contact as we then take the energy up through the chest, opening the heart up and drawing the elbows back, gaze up. And then from here, just a nice, delicious forward fold. Nice kind of Sunday morning, nice and slow, and just relaxing. Take an extra breath here. Engaging the navel towards the spine, seeing if you can lengthen the spine, let go of any tension in the neck and the head. And then just stepping one foot back, other foot back, and coming into child's pose. Breathing into the lower back, into the back of the waist and around the shoulder blades, into the back of the neck. And then just allowing the body to soften and feel really supported on the exhale. So from here, just popping the hands either side of the head.
And then just slowly coming up to seated. So we're going to do, I'm laughing because I can hear Florence, my daughter. She's quite upset downstairs. She's quite indignant and upset. I'm not sure what you can hear, but anyway. And we're going to do meditation that's about rising above the weather of the mind. So quite apt, quite apt. Yeah, so just come to a comfortable seated position for yourself. We're just going to ease a little bit into the head and neck, just to make sure that it feels really comfortable. We want to be able to fix our gaze on something just above the horizon line, but feels really comfortable. We're not lifting the chin or looking at anything that's distracting. So if you're looking into a mirror, for example, perhaps put something over the mirror or slightly adjust your position. So you're just looking at something pretty neutral. So feeling the contact from the sit bones, through the legs, into the sides of the ankles and feet in contact with the mat. And just invite that sense of feeling grounded and feeling really supported. And then from there, taking the awareness up the spine, all the way up into the crown of the head. And imagine that actually someone has got a little string there so that it's so light, this string as it pulls up, but it allows space between every part of your spine. The lower back seems to find a little bit more length, the back of the waist, in between the shoulder blades, coming up into the back of the neck. And almost as with that invitation to lengthen and introduce a little bit of space, then we can just feel a little bit more relaxed. You know, a lot of this neck tension can go. So let's just ease off the neck a little bit. So we're just going to tuck the chin, and as we exhale, just roll the chin to the chest. Inhale, just unroll it. And then we're going to take just the gaze up, and it might be the gaze up to the ceiling, it might be the nose, it might be the upper lip, but make sure the tongue's on the roof of the mouth behind the teeth. Lovely. And then just coming all the way back, and just do that again. But we're going to look straight ahead, then allow ourselves to lengthen up into the crown of the head, so the chin tucks, and then roll the chin down to the chest. And this time just go as far down as feels comfortable. You might quite want to roll down as if you're rolling down towards the navel, just to get a bit more of a stretch through the spine. And then as you inhale, slowly unfurl. Nice and easy does it, taking the gaze as far up and behind as feels comfortable, tongue on the roof of the mouth behind your teeth. Lovely. And then just coming back to the side. So rising up into the crown, nice slow circle, dip down to the chest, and then a nice arc on the inhale to one shoulder, coming down to the center of the chest. On the exhale, nice slow arc to the other shoulder. So you can either do a couple of those, or if you want to do a full head rotation, stay there at the shoulder and breathe out. And as you inhale, again, it could be the gaze up, it could be the nose up, as you take this nice slow arc all the way to the shoulder, coming down to the center of the chest, across to the shoulder. So just doing one or two slow circles if you do full circles. Otherwise, just going from side to side. And then when you've done a couple of full circles, changing direction. So again, nice and easy does it. And having the eyes open if you're feeling at all dizzy. So it doesn't feel, you know, discombobulating. Nice and easy does it. And just any tension that you notice, and part of that little circle there, you can just nudge up to it rather than avoid it, you know. But again, really doing it with kindness, kindfulness. So the chin ending up down at the chest, and then slowly just unfurling, coming back up. Lovely. So just fixing your gaze on something just ahead, just above the horizon line, and just fixing your gaze softly on that. You can blink, but just allowing yourself to settle the gaze on that point. And the breath is very soft, just in and out through the nose if you can, or whatever feels like a nice, comfortable breath. And then just becoming aware of everything to the periphery on the right side. We're not moving the eyes to look, we're still looking straight ahead, but we're just becoming aware and inviting our awareness of all the shapes and the colors over on that right side. Lovely. And then just focusing back straight ahead. And then inviting everything here on the left side of your peripheral vision to be of interest and curiosity. But again, the gaze is straight ahead. Lovely. And then just bringing the awareness back into the center, becoming aware of everything above. And then just coming back to the center, becoming aware of everything below. And then inviting awareness to the whole of your peripheral vision. Everything to the right and to the left, above and below. So the eyes kind of defocus in a way to be able to take as much of this visual information in. Keep blinking, it's not a staring thing, just keeping yourself feeling comfortable. And then close your eyes. And so imagining yourself in the room in which you are right now. The furniture, the four walls, or the window, or windows, the door. And then imagining your house, or your home, or your flat. Beyond that. And then imagining yourself in front of the front door of your home. And then out in the street, becoming aware of your home, the building. And then awareness of all of the buildings in the street. As if you're stood in the street, just looking up and down the street. And then imagining as if you were gently floating up to have more of a bird's eye view and becoming aware not only of your own street, but the neighboring streets. Becoming aware of the neighborhood. And from the neighborhood, becoming aware of the village, the city, the town in which you are right now, as best you can. And then coming even higher, just imagining the country, the shoreline of the country in which you are. Incorporating the British Isles. Becoming aware of all of the sky around you as you float higher and higher, just being immersed in the air. Coming up through the clouds now, awareness of the chilly mist of the clouds on the skin, rising up into an expanse of blue. Looking to the left, blue to the right. The warmth of the sun shining on your skin, on your face. And then imagining floating even higher through the atmosphere and into space. Being aware of the whole of the earth. Whole of that blue planet. Notice how calm you feel. Notice the sense of spaciousness. And then just gently, we're going to start to just sink very steadily back through the edge of the atmosphere and into the expanse of blue. And then being aware as we look down of the cloud layer tinged with golden sunlight. And then the cool mistiness of the clouds as we're passing through. Emerging from under the clouds, noticing just a chink of sunlight and a rainbow over on the hills. Becoming aware of the outline of the shoreline. Noticing woods and fields and hills. And coming closer still to your city or town or village. Neighboring streets or fields. Coming and just alighting very gently back into your own street. Looking up at the building of your home. Imagining yourself at your own front door. Coming into your home. And into the room in which you are just now. Over to the cushions or blocks on which you're seated, just sitting down. Exact same position in which you are now. Eyes closed. So as we draw this meditation to the end, just noticing the quality of your mind. Meditation is one of rising above the weather of the mind. And then just bringing back into mind and into heart that thing or those things that fill your cup with joy. Allowing that joy just to bring a tingling, lovely feeling to the heart. That sense of recognizing oneself. And then on the next inhale, taking the hands all the way up, bring the palms together, opening the eyes, looking up, seeing the thumbs. As you exhale, the hands gently alight on the crown of the head, on the center of the forehead, and then come down to rest on the heart. And just bowing the head for a moment, bringing that lovely thing that fills a heart with joy to mind and to heart. Thank you very much for joining me for class this afternoon. I hope you have a lovely evening filled with delicious and wonderful things.